What's up, people? Tonight we've got some fun coming up. We're going to be learning the iconic Moonwalk dance that comes from Michael Jackson, one of the greatest pop stars of all time. It's one of those moves that used to slay the crowds whenever he used to pull this one off on stage. And you note that he only would do it for a few steps in the concert, but he never overdid it because it was one of those things that just made people go crazy and he wanted to keep it kind of special. The same thing happens when I do the moonwalk in the Kizomba floor, when I'm dancing with a partner and I pull the moonwalk off. It always brings some kind of reaction, whether from my dance partner or from people around on the dance floor. So I thought today I'd share that movement with you and with a little bit of a twist for you for your Kizomba dancing. So let's get cracking, okay? First things first, my shoes are filthy, but you know what they say about chefs? You would never trust a skinny chef. Same thing here, you wouldn't trust a dance teacher with clean shoes. So let's get cracking. We're going to be starting off firstly by finding your balance point. Okay, so obviously when you're standing like this nice and stacked, your shoulders above your hips, above your knees, above your ankles, this is the physicality of stop. You're not moving anywhere, but when you move, the first thing that happens is you lean forward, okay, and then you start your steps. Now in the case of the moonwalk, you're going to need to really transfer your weight to the correct place. So what you're going to do first is I'm just going to start off like this, nice and upright, and then shift the weight to the front of the feet. Very easy. From here, the next thing is I'm going to take my dominant foot. In this case, it's going to be my right foot. I like to start off by putting my weight to the right foot. And what I'm going to do as I do this is just transfer by lifting the heel of the right foot. Okay? If your left foot's your dominant foot, use the left foot. So from here, the weight is slightly forward and transfer your weight over to the dominant foot. At this point, you should be able to lift the other foot very easily because your weight is fully transferred over to the dominant foot. Okay? So from here, you're going to have boom, and again, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more time. Other side. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, you should be transferring your weight completely over to that foot. The next part is the slide of the light foot, the foot that doesn't have any weight on. All that's going to happen is you're going to slide that foot backwards like this. Now notice my weight is still forward and I'm sliding that foot back. Okay? So sliding it like that. The flatter the foot is, the better it looks. However, you need to be aware that the more of the sole of your shoe that's touching the ground is going to also mean the more friction, and the more friction is going to make it more difficult for you to move that foot. Okay, so just make sure that that foot is going to be light, and by transferring all of your weight to the other foot, you're going to find that's going to be easier to do. Okay, switch it up to the other side, and cool, you get the idea. Now, as I go to the moonwalk, what I do is transfer the weight. Okay, I'm going to bring my arms up a little bit just for some extra support for the balance. And as I transfer the weight over to that foot, I'm going to slide the other foot back. Okay, let's try that together. So transfer and slide. Because the weight is forward, it's kind of like you're pushing. It's that same feeling of pushing where you put your weight behind it. Because I'm transferring my weight forward and rolling up like this, it's kind of like it's pushing that other foot back. Okay, so transfer the weight completely over to the one side and then slide the foot away. Now the trick to this one is to do that simultaneously. So as you transfer, you're also going to slide, and that gives you that. Okay, so you're going to have slide, 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 slide with the transfer, and boom. Good. Now you're going to need to do this on both sides. So switch over to your non-dominant side, leaning forward, bring the arms up for some extra support. That other side is going to load up while the light side slides. Okay, so load it and slide. Now we're going to do that simultaneously. Load and slide. And again, load and slide. And again, load and slide. One more time. Load and slide. Awesome stuff. Now, let's put those together. Whichever your dominant side is, let's get it onto the dominant side. And from here, load and slide immediately. 5, 6, 7, and boom. Good. Now, you're going to do the same thing again with the left foot, you're going to load this one up and then slide the right one. Boom. The other side. Boom. The other side. Boom. Transfer the weight and slide the foot. Transfer the weight and slide the foot. Now you might be running out of space, so just turn yourself the other way. Let's do it from the other side. 6, 7, load and slide, load and slide, load and slide, load and slide. 2 more, load and slide, 1 more, boom. There you go. Break that technique up, learn that technique, practice it a lot before you move on to the next section, which is going to be smoothing out the whole thing. What's going to happen is load and slide, 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 load and slide. All right? So you'll note that what I do is from here, boom, immediately as I get to the extent of my movement, I start loading immediately and sliding the other one away. Okay? Now, once you get that technique, I'm going to show you from the other side. Boom, 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 boom. All right? Once you get that technique the way I've explained it, the aesthetic of this movement comes in your transfer being rather sharp through here. So it's not simultaneous, that it happens together in a smooth way, because it doesn't have the same effect as Michael Jackson does it, right? What you want to do is have the load section a little sharper, and the slide to be smooth, okay? Because then it gives the illusion of, or it gives preference to the sliding foot, not the loading foot. All right, if you do it simultaneously, then the loading and the sliding kind of have the same amount of attention, and that's not going to give you the desired effect as Michael Jackson would do it. All right, so from here, you're going to prepare, load it quickly, boom, and slide. Load quickly and slide. Boom, 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 boom. All right, good. So you've got that technique. Now we're going to try it out with some music. I'm just going to put in a bit of tarasho. What we're going to do is we're going to start off on the slow technique first, on the slow tempo, then we're going to speed it up. Ready? 5, 6, let's go slow. Boom, 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 boom. Turn. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now let's pick up the speed. Boom, 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 boom. 5, 6, 5, 6. Here we go. Other way. Ready? And 5, 6, lean forward and boom. And there you have it. Simple intro to the moonwalk technique. Now, that takes a lot of practice to get that one right. And for the Kizomberos, Kizomba guys, the way I like to use this move is I might take my partner, let's say, into Kizomba, of course Kizomba, into Saida, boom, 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 From the point that she's next to me, I can then get into here, boom, 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 and go into my moonwalk. The other way to do it is to maybe go into a swivel. So maybe you're facing this way with your partner, you might go here, hinge, swivel, boom, za, 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 za. Okay? And then of course getting out of it is just a case of correcting your weight, transferring your weight, and then getting into your step. Okay? So have a lot of practice with that, put some music on, and get into your moonwalk. Now, where this is leading to is going to be into a nice stylistic way of delivering your pasos, your steps, in your Urbankizz, all right? Because as you would know, in Kizomba, and if you don't know, now you know, in Kizomba, what usually happens is we have a lot of jinga when we're stepping, all right? A lot of jinga happening in the steps, and this is a great place to start to get your movement first and to get confident with your movement. However, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily all of your stepping technique, it's not necessarily all of your pasos. You can add some nice stylish technique in your stepping and in your touches and whatnot to give it a little bit more swag and to give it a little bit more Urbankizz kind of flavor. And I would suggest for the ladies to also really put a lot of emphasis on the way you're stepping, because you will have the ability to get into Jinga, but also to use your feet in nice stylistic ways. And just remember, ladies, that most of your styling is going to start off on the ground before it gets up into your hands and into your body movements and the rest, because you're dominantly going to be stepping in Kizomba. All right. So now, as we're going to be looking at the forward motion, it's going to be exactly the same thing again with the weight slightly forward. But now, as we load, instead of loading and sliding back, we're going to load and go forward. Okay. It's just a reverse action of the moonwalk, which would go backwards. This is an Urbankizz technique to move you forward. Okay? Now, once you get to the front point, boom, you're going to then start to transfer the weight into that foot, lifting the heel, sliding the right foot, there. Other side, there. And again, there, and again, there. Now, always like in Kizomba, make sure that when you're stepping, you're taking relatively measured steps as you would when you're walking. The big mistake that a lot of Kizomba learners make when they start dancing Kizomba is to take really small steps, because you think that, well, it's Kizomba and the music is slow and the movements are slow, so I'll take little steps. The problem with that is that it's unrealistic, because you don't walk around like that with little steps. The next thing is that it's much more difficult for the follow to actually understand where you're taking her. So she's going to be a little bit anxious and nervous if the steps are too small. So you want to take nice measured steps in your Kizomba. And then also the last effect of that is that because your feet are beyond each other, you can do slides in both directions and crossovers and all kinds of cool things without stepping on yourself. And of course, ladies, if you're wearing high heel shoes, if your feet are in line, if the partner wants to cross you, you could potentially scratch or dig your own foot with your heel. Ouch! Not cool, okay? So make sure that you take measured steps. Get it to your dominant foot, raise up, load it up and slide, boom, switch, boom, switch, boom, 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 boom. Boom, other way. 5, 6, 7, and boom, 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 boom. One final technique on this one is make sure that you're going with the front of the foot, not with the heel. Okay? In Kizomba, like with all afro-latin dances, we step always on the front of the foot, and then we smooth the landing down to the heel. Okay, so make sure that that's in place for you as you load and slide the ball of the foot. As you can see, I'm basically both heels up, place that heel, and then across, place the heel, so I've stabilized, and boom, 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 boom. Good, let's try that with some music. Here we go. We'll start on the slow. 5, 6, slow, go. Moonwalk. Forward. Alright, and what you want to do is practice that forward and backwards as you can to get more confident with that movement. Good. So that is the end of this class. This was just a quick tutorial. Of course, it's not a full class because I just wanted to give you a taste of what's going on. Just remember that full classes are available in our Freedom to Dance courses, where I'm going to be teaching you all of these cool techniques in much greater detail. And of course, it's SALSA, BACHATA and Kizomba. It's great to be able to dance all three, so that when you go to the socials, your confidence, all of them. If you like the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I'm really trying to get up to 100 subscribers on our new YouTube channel. We do have other YouTube channels, but this is the one that we're going to be loading all the cool free information for you, and be giving you lots of value. So please do subscribe down below, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new videos that are coming up. And I'm actually posting on a weekly basis now, almost daily actually, so keep plugged in with that. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, we're also on there. And yeah guys, we just want to give you as much value as possible and keep you entertained now over this lockdown. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you in the next class.